Hi, everybody. My name is 𝗁𝗲𝗏 I am a senior business analyst at Intellect Software, and I have been a business analyst for about plus 9 years now. And I'm very looking forward to hitting a decade as a senior business analyst. And yeah, in the past 9 years, I have worked in wealth management systems. I have worked in payment systems, in cloud computing and reinsurance industries. And I have been on the Gold Masterminds program with Mark and the team for a few months now. And we've just completed Pillar 2, which was quite fun. Okay. So I met Mark for the first time at the International BA Summit through the IIBA. And he was one of the exhibitors at the event, and he also gave a talk. Funny thing about that talk and why Mark remembered me is because I wanted to hear him speak so much that I walked into the room and all the chairs were filled. I ended up sitting on the ground just to hear him talk, and it was worth it. So yeah, that was quite a fun experience, and we got to talking a bit later. I got his contact information because I wanted to grow my business analysis career. Okay, so I actually fell in love with business analysis while I was in tertiary. So I always knew that I wanted to solve problems, and I didn't really know what title to hold to actually do that, right? I mean, I was a teen, I didn't know what I wanted, none of us did. And I fell in love with the analysis as I was studying my computer engineering or my Bachelor of IT degree. And I didn't really know if there was a business title in that or what it was, but I went and found out. And from the start of my career, I have always been a business analyst. Maybe not a great one at first, but I've invested so much time in learning and understanding how I can bring value to the organizations that I work with. And I started at a company called Cybrine Systems, which was mainly around payment systems. So I got to work in with some of the banks in Africa. I got to solve some of the payment processes. I got to understand international payments, domestic payments, and mobile payments. Then my second job was at Intellect, where I have more pure consulting experience, where I go in to different clients and actually look at what problems they're experiencing and how I can add value and help them solve those problems. So it's been quite fun. A lot of work, but it's a lot of work that you look in hindsight and go, that was worth it, right? It's very rewarding to work through the assignments and get so much value out of them. So Pillar 2 is called solution alignment, and part of this was around digging deep into what do you bring to the table and thinking about what have you done in your career that mattered. And a simple thing like Mark asked us, list achievements that you've had in every single role that you've worked in, right? And just thinking through that changed my perspective around what my selling points are and how much value I bring to the table and just how much that actually mattered. But yeah, it's been quite fun the past couple of months, and it's a lot of personal and professional exploration as well. Okay, so Mark outed me, and you all saw my profile picture and the engaged look. But so Mark actually gave us a long list of instructions on how to take your profile picture and how to get the most value out of it. It's the first thing someone sees when they look at your professional profile. And my previous picture was just me sitting in a car And the first time I spoke to Mark, he said, we are going to change that picture. And so it's a multi-step process, and there's a lot to it. But like I said, it's very, very rewarding. So what excited me is that after I had worked on my work history and my professional profile picture and background images, I went and updated my LinkedIn. And in the first week of doing so, I had about 87 profile views. And I had never had that many in a week. But what excited me most is that in the first 2 weeks, I had more than 200 profile views. And it just made me realize how much value there is in updating your LinkedIn profile picture and just making sure that your LinkedIn profile, which is your business card, actually represents you well. So I have received many requests from thought leaders and some recruiters, and it just made me realize that I've now repositioned myself into attracting the right network of people. And you want to have thought leaders and people you can share ideas with and learn from on LinkedIn, and you can grow your career as well. So I always approached the LinkedIn and as just a page that I have there, tabling my work history. And I never really paid a lot of attention into who's looking at that and why they're looking at it, right? So as part of this program, I've just learned a lot about branding myself and positioning myself in the way that I position myself at work. So if I position myself as a professional at work, I need to position myself as a professional to everybody else that's out there looking at my profile. And yeah, it's actually changed my mindset to just be a bit more intentional about what you're putting out there and being intentional about what your value is and bringing it wherever you are.
Wonderful. Let's just explain to our viewers that the reason why Gontse's video is not fluid is because she's at work at the moment. So she's at office, she's got a little place there, but at home when she's doing it and she's on the Zoom calls with us, you know, the video is flowing perfectly.
Yeah. So with this one, I've had to be a lot more intentional than I was before. And you know, Mark mentioned the targeted role and thinking about what the next title is and what it means for you and what you're going to do and what skills you can leverage that you already have and what skills you need to learn to get into that next role. So that's been quite the English is leaving me an eye opener. Yes.
Clarity. That's what you get from this course. You get clarity. So I find that, Gontse, a lot of people, when they join the course, they don't have any clarity. So they're just fumbling around and trying this and trying that, and maybe getting a certificate in product management and a certificate in product ownership or a certificate in Agile Scrum or a certificate in something that they're never, ever going to use because, you know, they see a job description. They think that's a nice job. Oh, but I don't have Power BI. So now they go off and they do a 2-month course in Power BI and get the certificate, and then they never ever used that skill before. So it kind of narrows down your thought process, doesn't it?
100%. And that's exactly what my strategy was. It was, oh, where am I now, and what do I need right now, or what's the in thing, right? Everybody is now getting certificates in agentic AI and all kinds of stuff, but I know where I want to go next, and I can focus my efforts on actually doing needle moving things that get me to that next title.
Definitely, definitely. So what we do is we do the as is. Where are you currently when you join the program in your life and your career? Then we work out your to be, which is your 1-year goals. And then we do a gap analysis and we see what's missing. And then if you're lacking some theoretical knowledge, luckily in your case you're not, because you're 𝗕𝗵𝗹𝗿 and FTI certified, but perhaps when you're diving deep into your niche or into your speciality, which makes you very exclusive in the marketplace, then you need two things. You need theoretical knowledge and practical experience. And only at that stage will you go and investigate into internationally recognized curriculum and then authorized training providers, and then select a course. For instance, if you want to go into cybersecurity, find out what the course is, then sign up, do the course, write the exams, and then you attain this theoretical knowledge. Then you still need to convert that into practical experience. So that's how we look at aligning your CV and LinkedIn profile in alignment with that niche or speciality, so you can secure that role.
They're getting a stamp of approval from someone who is so in tune with quality control. It's actually a very, very good feeling. If you choose to go onto this course, Mark, you have us do so many iterations, and you help us, look out for little things that just turn your document and your output into the best version of it, doing it the perfect way. And I've actually seen that in my own career as well, that I've switched my mindset into looking for ways to produce better quality and to seek out better quality in the people around me as well, and just switch on that mindset of quality checking. And I also enjoy having people with me in the journey to learn from, and just share some ideas, and just also know that you're not alone in the journey that you're on. And everybody, when we have the sessions, everybody has their own learnings, and that also helps you just move forward a little bit. Yeah. Oh, I hope that more people actually choose to invest in this. It is a rewarding step. And thank you so much for having me, Mark.
Brilliant.